putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. We don't deceive you here. We give you the straight skinny, the straight scoop. We tell you the dress makes you look fat. Sorry, baby. Makes you look fat. It ain't the dress either. Get in that gym. Stop eating all them carbs. Come on now. Yeah, we give you the truth, the whole truth, the hard truth. We used to call it the ugly truth. But you know what? If you got something hanging out of your nose, do you want to go all day, get home, and find out you got a booger, a cliffhanger hanging out of your nose and nobody had the guts to tell you? Doesn't that make you feel bad, or something stuck in your tooth? You've been in meetings all day. Got beautiful teeth. But not when you got a piece of clove stuck between it. People like, ooh, got a cavity right up front. Why'd you get that taken care of, son? Looks bad on you. People don't have the guts anymore to tell you. Snowflakes. Let you walk around looking all crazy. I ask people, I'll say, hey, anything wrong with my face? Especially if they look at you and they kind of, turn away. Hey, what's wrong with my face? I need to know. I don't want you sneaking up on me with this. I want to look my best. See, we've left politics from where we want to do life, not just politics. We're too. I might hurt his feelings. What do you think? Doesn't it hurt my feelings if I got toilet paper on my foot and you're letting me walk around with it when you can see it? Step on it. Hey, Kev, you got a little toilet paper, or your zipper's down. Whatever. Come on. Y'all know better. But we become genteel. We don't want to hurt people's feelings. Snowflake. Hey, speaking of hurting the left's feelings, how about this information? The leftists are stunned. Remember when Trump debated and everybody thought his poll numbers would drop? I was one of them. They didn't. Poll numbers didn't drop. In fact, they held steady. In some cases, they went up. And I was perplexed because I was like, that was not a good debate. Not the way debates normally go. Now the left planned their Charlottesville incident, and the same thing happened. The left tried to blame Trump for the violence that occurred, and the shock and awe failed. Yeah, it was shock and awe. He's a white nationalist. He loves the Klan. Yeah. After the violence occurred, the left claimed that Trump didn't deny the violence the right way. He didn't do it quick enough. And people quickly learned that the right had nothing to do with this. And moreover, there's no timetable for denouncing something when you're waiting on the information before you can denounce it. Donald Trump said, look, I'm waiting on info. You want me to make a decision? Is he guilty or is he innocent? I need to wait. You need to pick, Mr. President. What are you, undecisive? Indecisive? Is it undecisive? It's indecisive, isn't it? See, I corrected myself before y'all got to me. See, that's decisiveness. So they try to claim Trump's indecisive. A guy who's a billionaire can't make decisions. Can't tell you what he wants to put into the, the granite he wants to put into the boardroom or under the executive bathrooms. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Let me see this. Let me see the swatches again. But Barack Obama, well, let's go with the brown one. It's an earth tone. Let's do that one right there. Yeah, okay. Mr. President, you are so amazing. You're so decisive. You're amazing. You're a good guy. Oh my gosh, and you're black. That's such a good thing. I wish I were black. Oh, I am black. I'm talking like one of you people. You white folks. I'm just having fun with you. Leftists are stunned that Donald Trump is more popular in Charlottesville than he was when he started. Yeah, see, they tried the David Duke effect on him in Charlottesville. When David Duke supposedly announced that he supported Trump, and Trump was like, who is he? Oh, you know who David Duke is. Don't try to play it off there, Mr. Billionaire Playboy. And he was like, maybe I met him. I don't know. Oh, he won't even denounce David Duke. He's a racist. That's what they tried. Think about that. This was David Duke in a whole other atmosphere, right? You can see the parallels now. Just shake your heads up and down there, Mr. Producers. That'll make me feel better. Because I know you understand me. We have an understanding. So now what? Despite a constant barrage of attacks, Trump's poll numbers are higher in Charlottesville. Now, this is the Daily Wire. PBS, NPR, Marist. Now, PBS and NPR are, you know what they are, right? Leftists. Marist, the college. Gotta be leftist, right? Conducted this poll after the Charlottesville protest and found that a whopping 62% of registered voters preferred to maintain Confederate memorials as a historical symbol over removing them because they're found offensive to some people. And they say here, I'm reading, the issue united Republicans. 86% approved maintaining them and only 6% disapproved. While dividing Democrats, 47% who approved removing them and 44% disapproved. Even a 44% plurality of blacks didn't want them to be torn down. 44% of blacks. I'm giving you stats that you can help sort of figure out where we're going to be in 2018. If you got those kind of numbers, would you be happy? 86% of Republicans, 44% of Democrats, and 44% of black folks. Would you be happy? Now, I differed on Trump because he said, we need to look at both sides of the argument. You guys heard me talk about it. I differed with him. I didn't like that. I don't like it. I disagree that it is our side. We do not, the alt-right, whatever you want to call it, I don't care what you call it, does not have a home for neo-Nazis and white nationalists or anybody else. The left own these fools. Those are their clowns. And for Trump to not see that, if I was his communications director, I would say, don't try to push this is us and them. This is a strictly them event. If anybody needs to apologize for the Klan and the white nationalists, it is the Democratic Party. Certainly for the Klan. Bada bing, bada boom. 87% of Republicans agreed with Trump on this issue, and they said it was an improvement of 80% of Republicans who generally approve of the way he is doing his job. He jumped his numbers up by 7 points. But more astounding, given the media climate, his job improvement ratings went up across the board. On the overall job approval front, post-Charlottesville, Trump has improved by 4 points in Gallup, jumped 6 points in Quinnipiac compared to the previous month, and he's held steady overall. Real Clear Politics, Trump's average of approved, disapprove, improved from 37.4% and 54.4%, which is a negative 20, to 39 and 55, which is a negative 16. And I don't even believe those numbers. So, at worst, in the eyes of the media, the public has inched closer to Trump post-Charlottesville. And if you've been paying attention all day, I'm giving you all the tidbits, all the things that you need to be looking at to make a decision on this. Good example, Chappelle Nadal, Emmanuel Cleaver, and Lacey Clay, 2 race pimps, asked for this woman's resignation. They voted with the Missouri lieutenant governor and the governor. 2 white Republican men got 2 members of the Congressional Black Circus to vote for them to expel Nadal. Times they are changing, folks. The base likes President Trump, and let me tell you why. And we'll get into this more, and maybe in another day I'll tell you a little bit more detail around Nadal and why she's got to be thrown under the bus. This is a huge issue. I'm alluding to it now because Donald Trump is a rock star, and people are beginning to see it. So Trump's moving up even after the barrage of negativity surrounding Charlottesville. Donald Trump still is coming out on top. And that bodes so poorly for the Democrats. Holy cow. I can only imagine that these people are sitting in rooms going, what does it take? And one of my friends was saying, the media and the left are slowly beginning to see that whatever they do, they have done such a bad job over the last decade of just crying wolf over everything, that nothing sticks to Trump. It's made him Teflon. If they had done their job over the past decade or so, maybe things would be rougher on Donald Trump. Trump looks genius compared to these guys. It doesn't stick. I personally think Trump would have been impervious to it regardless, but knowing what I know about what's happened as well, I think that the left has done themselves a huge disservice. And we'll talk more about it tomorrow.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.